Okay, the first main religion, I mean, it's not the first religion. I mean, the Jews came along and slaughtered whatever religion was before them. So it's not the first religion. It's one of the older religions we have that's still written down. It is not the first religion. And I mean, they made fun of Beelzebub and said he was the Lord of the Flies, but he was just like Moses, probably was even nicer. And he was called something else, but it would have been similar. But that's not the point. The point is, Moses came along and he was a tyrant and he killed, and that was their job, to kill anybody that wasn't part of their clan. And that is what's still going on. And of course there are many different clans that are doing the same thing. And the Jewish religion is actually old enough now that it hardly even does it anymore. They, of course, have got that place called Israel now, and they are still sworn to kill everybody, although they have made a deal with the Christians. I mean, this Jesus Christ guy was used and abused to make a religion that wasn't his, that was actually a daughter company of the Jewish religion, still a whore to the warlords. And the warlords are the ones that are still fucking up this place. They always have been, and they probably always will be unless we wake up, which we might, because evolution is real and we may evolve, or we will pass away. In other words, we will go extinct. And this is a very good possibility, because there is no God. There is no reason why we don't go extinct. The only reason we wouldn't go extinct is if we decide that we don't want to go extinct. And right now we haven't made that decision. Right now we are still very blind, and we're chasing our dreams, and our dreams are being dictated to us by our religions. And Hollywood is one of our religions. It is a daughter company of the Jewish religion. Christianity is a daughter company of the Jewish religion. And Islam, and I think part of the problem with Islam is that it is trying not to be a daughter company of the Jewish religion, and therefore it is in conflict. And part of the reason it's in conflict, of course, is because it's one of the younger religions. Christianity went through the same shit where they went around and killed people they didn't like. And now they just yell and scream at kids and brainwash them about the devil. I mean, if you go in and anywhere and look what Christians are doing, they're just as much insane as the Islam people. And there's insane Jewish people. There's insane, everybody that's got a religion who's proclaiming it is insane. There's no question there is something definitely wrong with anybody who's trying to sell a religion. And part of our problem with Islam is that they are so desperate to prove that they are right, and they have, of course, nothing to back up their support, because anybody who proclaims God is proclaiming a lie, a bald-faced lie. Anyone with any sense knows that God, even if there was a God, would not be writing a book, especially a fucked up book. There is no such thing as a religious book without huge problems in it, and they're all based on tyranny. And if you look at any religious book, they are all full of mistakes and all obviously written by men. And they are written by men who have political objectives. And these men have been paid by the state, or they have been paid by the church, or the synagogue or the mosque, and that of course is the prostitute of war. It was very clear. I think Jacob was one of the first ones to say, okay, I'm going to plundering, and God, if you keep me alive, I will give you 10%. And that is the foundation of warlords and religion. Religion is the prostitute. War pays them, and of course people pay them freely. The poor give their money to the rich so that the rich can get richer. And of course they build nice churches so that the poor can go and visit the churches once a week. And sometimes you can even go, when they're older, you go there just as a tourist. But anyhow, it's a shitty system, and religion must be cut out of our life, as the warlords must be. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight, because we are so involved in war. Almost everything we do supports war, and we love to hate. And this Islam shit that's coming into Europe right now, it is bloody scary. Somebody that says, if you don't pay respect to my God, we're going to kill you. Man, that is so backwards and retarded and unacceptable. Anybody who wants to act like that should be put in a mental institution or sent back to their desert country. But Islam should not be accepted in Europe. It should be abolished, and the rest of the religions can be abolished as well. But there is no need and no sense in being tolerant towards new religions. We've got enough religions. We have to have less religions. Scientology should be kicked out as well. People are starting to become more tolerant towards Scientology. It is so retarded. It's more retarded than Islam. And this whole idea of being tolerant towards religion, forget it. Stop being tolerant towards idiocy, because it's just slowing us down and dragging us right on back to the sea. And if we don't wake up and realize how horrible, ugly religion is, we're done. We're simply done. People are asleep. They're asleep at the wheel, and they're just doing what they're told. And if you don't understand this, you are probably already too far gone to wake up. So my suggestion would be, no, I can't say that, but I will. No. So in conclusion, I will just remind you that no religion is better. If you are young enough to understand that religion is an option and that your parents have no right, absolutely no right, to sell you their religion, and that they should actually be put in jail or in therapy, because teaching your children religion, which is always based on murder, hate, and genocide, is evil. Anyone preaching religion is sick. So stop doing it, and let's try to get a little more healthy. We've got enough problems on this planet without getting religion into our heads and making us bloody, stupid slaves, because that is exactly what we are when we follow religion. Stupid, ignorant, blind slaves. Get it?